episode 4039, Use Your Edge.
Moms, it's time to rediscover, rejuvenate, and renew who you are in mind, body, and spirit. Welcome to Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie, the show to help you do just that. Here's your host, certified life coach, personal trainer, and nutritionist, Christiane Wargo.
Happy day. Are you ready for an extraordinary week? Come on, you're the second day in. It's Inspiration Motivation Day, and I know you can do what you're setting out to do. Take a deep breath. It's time to use your edge. For those of you who are brand new to Create Your Now, welcome to this incredible family. I'm so delighted of your presence. If you already even had the opportunity, you want to head on over to createyournow.com, where you can learn more and sign up for the Kisses newsletter. The Keep It Simple strategy, everyday solutions to live, love, and impact. Well, I do hope that you're having a fabulous day and that you got up on the right side of the bed, not the wrong side. You may be feeling a little achy in the joints and you're like, oh gosh, darn it, if I just could have laid in bed for another 30 minutes, it would have been awesome. But you know what? Life is short and you have breath, and that means you get to go out and impact the world that you touch. And you can do that today, I promise you. Also, I want to remind you that, hey, if you want to go on over to pray.com, we have our TV show there that airs every Tuesday, 11:30 a.m. Eastern, 10:30 a.m. Central, and 8:30 a.m. Pacific. Pray.com. Would love to see you there. There's a lot of people there, by the way. There's a lot of stuff there and a lot of things that you will enjoy. Also, if you're not familiar with, go search up America Reads the Bible. That's happening right now for a full week where they're reading the Bible cover to cover. And it happens for a period of time. I believe PureFlex is doing it on their channel for free. So check it out, search it. I think it's something that you want to definitely be involved in. With that, I want you to take a deep breath. I want you to really think about grounding yourself in who you are, not on who everybody else says that you are or who everybody else is. Because a lot of times we're chasing the people that we think we want to be and who we want to become. But let's cut to the chase. You're feeling stuck. And that's why you're chasing other people. You see that, gosh, why is it that I can't do this? Maybe the spark that used to light up your days has dimmed to a flicker. It's just not as bright anymore. You're just scrolling through life, watching others move forward while you are treading water. Sound familiar? Good. Because this means you're alive enough to want more. So use your edge. You really need to think about, okay, what do I have to give? What do I have to offer? And not from this position and place of look at me, because I know you're not that person. But from a place of saying, I do have some gifts and talents. How do I need to utilize them? What can I do? How can I go out and impact the world that I touch? Feeling engaged and inspired is a muscle you build by choice and action, not by waiting for a sign or the perfect moment. Just because a certain star is in a placement in the sky doesn't mean everything falls into place for you. I looked out at the moon last night and it was absolutely gorgeous. It was the cradle moon. And it just looks like, it could hold the baby, and you see those sweet pictures, on things where you've got the star dropping down from. Anyway, and I just looked at it and I was like, that's a beautiful cradle moon. Did that mean anything? No, I noticed it. But that doesn't mean that all of a sudden I have the power of all powers. I don't. We can't wait for a moment. We can't wait for a star or a moon to be in a perfect position. But we can make a choice. Because if you're waiting for motivation to fall out of the sky, you're going to wait forever. And you don't have time for that. You don't have time for that. And I want to be clear, this isn't about forcing fake enthusiasm. A lot of people are like, oh, I just have to fake it till I make it. In all honesty, I really don't like that saying. I get it. I understand it. Because sometimes you just have to put on your big girl panties and go and do things. Go and live your life. But it isn't about fake enthusiasm. It's about reconnecting with what matters, enough to pull you out of the quicksand that you're sinking in. This thing of, oh, woe's me. I can't do this anymore. I'm too tired. I'm whatever. You're not. You're strong. You're brave. You're courageous. Let's go do it. So what is one small thing you can do today that proves to yourself you're creating, that you're moving, and you're learning? Even if it just scratches the surface of your notebook. Like maybe you write a word or two down. Great. Maybe you have a single honest conversation. Maybe you didn't want to have the conversation, you did anyway. Maybe you did want to have it, but you had it anyway. Either way, you had an honest conversation. Or maybe it was just a 15-minute task you've been avoiding. Like, I just got to get this done so it's off my plate. You don't need that giant leap. You need a win. And if you're one who says, I did that, that statement in itself shakes off the fog. It's like, yes, one step at a time does lead to miles of greatness. Yes, 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 I can do this. I feel good. Why? Because engagement doesn't come from jumping in fully before you're ready. It comes from showing up when it's hard and asking, what's one thing I can do right now to create my now? That's what you're doing. Every movement, no matter how small, sends a signal to your brain that guess what? You're alive, pushing, living with intention. You can do what matters. Use your edge and create your now. And then what happens is inspiration follows actions, not the other way around. And when you take a deliberate step, that's when the ideas and energy flood in. If your inner voice is whispering to you, what's the point? I'm just spinning my wheels. Throw that thought out the window. And if you need to physically feel like you're doing that, then do it. But don't literally throw it out your window, because I don't want you to break a good window, but put it in the trash can. And replace it with, what can I claim today? No matter how itsy bitsy it is, that breaks a cycle of boredom, that breaks a cycle of my excuses, that breaks a cycle of, oh, woe's me. The point isn't a giant leap. The point is momentum. I think I can until I know I can. I know I can until I am. Surround yourself with purpose-driven people who challenge you. People who call you out on things that, yep, they know that's not you, and hold you accountable. That's all good stuff. Your environment shapes your energy. If your circle is limp, weak, guess what? You're going to be limp and you're going to be weak. And if it's wired for action, oh, hang on, you're going to catch the fire. And it's going to be magnificent. You know, that engagement, who you are, where you are, who you are becoming, isn't always something that just happens, right? It's something that you chase, something that you grab onto, something you fight for. Who you are and who you are becoming is something worth fighting for, because no one else is going to do it. In other words, pay attention to what's happening in your world, the world you touch. Be aware. Engage in what is happening. A lot of times we put our head in the sand. Why? Because it's easier. And you let the world just fly by. Well, guess what? You're going to miss that pretty star and the cradle moon. Doesn't mean they have to align, but it does mean that you're missing out. And it's not about the fear of missing out, the FOMO of life. It's about you're not doing, you're not living life. And that is a choice, my friend. So guess what? Pick one real tangible thing to do that reminds you you're in charge of your life. You've got self-control, and you can control your next step. No fluff, no distractions, no excuses. And then just do it. Go after it. You do not need to feel inspired to act. You need to act to feel inspired. That's how you climb out of the slump. That's how you get your bootay off the couch. And you face the CRAP of life and you say, you know what? I'm going to push back. I'm going to push back into a life that grabs my attention, because why? I'm alive, I'm breathing, and I can impact the world that I touch. Go in peace. Be present. Be incredible. Be you. I love you so very much. I cannot wait to see you on the other side. Blessings, hugs, and lots of love. We'll talk to you real soon. Have a glorious, blessed day. Bye-bye.
Feeling inspired, ready to train for life and love your journey? Visit createyournow.com for more incredible resources to help you along the way. We'll see you next time on Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie. And remember, always be sure you consult your physician before beginning any health and fitness plan.